Weights and Downer. You or someone you know has lost the ability to earn a living because someone put the company interests before their well-being. In times like these, there's one firm who has handled hundreds of catastrophic and lost earning cases. Before you settle fast with a company's attorney, give Weights and Downer a call. 985-876-0870. Weights and Downer. Let us fight for your rights.
All right, welcome back to Bayou Time. I'm Martin Falls, and so pleased to do this segment today. Because joining me now is Dr. Melanie Boudreaux. Let's get a shot of Melanie. She is ready to go today. And before I talk about your award, I remember the early days of HTV when your mom and your aunt and your grandma were coming in to help us with hurricane.
And me.
I know.
Mm-hmm.
And you were there with them. I don't remember how old you were.
It's probably like 10.
You were young. You were young. And my God, I've watched you grown up, and you have won the most prestigious award at Nicholls State University that's given out, the Presidential Award for Teaching Excellence. And how far you have come. But you were always smart. You always had a great head on your shoulder. And I got to tell you, first of all, congratulations. We're so proud of you.
Thank you.
And before I even talk and ask you questions, I know that your grandma's watching, Miss Edith. Hello, Miss Edith. And I know your mom and Mary and Clint tipped us off. And Mary and T, everybody's watching. And I know you're going to make sure that. So let's roll in some B-roll that we captured on that day, and then I'm gonna come back and talk to you. Let's roll it in, Jay.
The recipient of the Presidential Award for Teaching Excellence is awarded to Dr. Melanie Boudreaux, Assistant Professor of Management in the Department of Management and Marketing. Congratulations, Dr. Boudreaux.
And you were up there with some prestigious people handing out the award. And let me just say this, part of what they said, you are an invaluable asset to this institution as a most gifted and talented instructor with a deep passion for your students. They didn't say passion, a deep passion for your students. We are most fortunate and proud to have you on the Nicholls faculty. That had to make you feel good.
It did. I cried. I teared up.
Yeah.
I mean, I was just honored to be nominated, and I'm just shocked that I actually won the award. But it's just a reminder of why I do what I do every day. Honestly, this award is great, and I'm so blessed. But probably the most rewarding thing about my job is when students come up to me and they tell me that I helped them get a job and I helped them with their resume, and it made a big difference. And so that's kind of my why, you know?
Yeah.
So I'm very blessed. I'm grateful.
So the award is prestigious, but what does the award entail? What happens with the award?
So they look at your teaching evaluations. So I've been at Nicholls for almost 13 years. They look at your teaching evaluations. They look at what your students say. They look at, how do you serve in the College of Business and the university. So I was blessed to be nominated, and there's only a handful of people that I know that I work with that in the College of Business that got this award. And so I'm just honored to be among them because they're people that I look up to. And so was shocked and blessed, and our dean nominated me, and I'm so grateful to her. She's always been a big supporter of me. And so we have some really great people at Nicholls, especially in the College of Business. And so I just feel blessed.
Well, you are one of them for sure. And I want to tell the audience a few stories. I can't imagine you ever getting really upset with a student. And if you do, there must be some kind of formula that you use, because I have never met a person yet that doesn't love you and what you do. And I know your family loves you because they're always...
They have to. No.
Yeah, they're doting on you, and they're so proud of you. But where's the inspiration come?
So I kind of treat it like when I worked in HR, I treat them like they're my employee. We work together. So Today was my first day of classes. So just an example, I go in and I set the tone. So this is what, I expect. This is how we're going to run things. And I really teach from experience. So that's kind of good. In my opinion, I'm teaching them more what I've learned in business and how do you handle yourself and how to go in an interview. And so I just think it's stuff that people don't always teach, and my mom plays a really big role in that because she teaches interpersonal skills and, how to sit up straight and how to talk. And,
Right.
It's just things that everybody, she's watching me. And so I better sit up straight. But she, I bring that into my classroom, and my hard work ethic from my dad's side of the family. I feel like I teach from my heart, and I think people resonate with that. And I think people need to be reminded, I need to be reminded about how to talk and how to present yourself, especially professionally on an interview. And I think it makes a difference in their lives because that's one thing that they all need.
But you just brought up a great point. I'm going to call you Doc now. Just brought up a great point, Doc, because you don't always have to be perfect. Not everybody does.
Nobody's perfect.
I come on the news desk, and heaven knows over 40 years, I'm sure I've made a few mistakes, but that's okay. As long as you know you made the mistake and grow from it.
Yeah. So I teach them, and we do mock interviews in my classes. And so I'm like, mess up here, please mess up here, because I want you to mess up here. And so you can do well in the real world. So I try to teach that.
So let's come back. We're going to have 2 segments with you, because not just one, you deserve 2. Because of those early days of helping to answer the phones and all at HTV during storm
hurricanes. I remember
that was quite unique for sure. So we are so proud of Dr. Melanie, and we're going to come back, and I'm going to ask a few questions and let her give a few plugs to family members who I know are watching. We'll be right back.
Today's social media segment is brought to you by Terrebonne General Health System. Your health is our legacy. Rouse's, you're either local or you're not. Buick, the craft of modern luxury. St. Martin and Bork, know your rights.
All right, we are back. We're talking with Dr. Melanie Boudreaux, and she just won a prestigious award, the most prestigious award at Nicholls State University, the Presidential Award for Teaching Excellence. She is right here. Look, I got to get my etiquette right. Wait, go back to that close-up, Jay, just so the audience knows. We got to get that tie straight. All right, and it shifts no matter where I put it. All right, so let me ask you this. We had someone who grew up in our neighborhood, a little older than us, who became a doctor and taught at Nicholls, and I'm not going to mention any names, but if she's watching, she will be laughing.
Okay.
And one of our group took her class and thought it was going to be a cakewalk. And they walked in, and it was not a cakewalk. I remember us sitting down eating one day, and they go, y'all, if you take that class, you better be ready to go. So let me switch to you. Nice, sweet Melanie becomes a doctor, becomes this world-class teacher. What's it like in your classroom?
I expect a lot out of my students, especially, I teach juniors and seniors. So by that point, I expect a lot out of them. We have mock interviews, we have debates, we have papers, presentations, but my goal is to get them ready for the workplace. And we go through, what to wear in an interview. We go through, I expect a lot. I expect professionalism. I expect when they email me it to be professional. And I was kind of telling you earlier, they earn what they earn. And so if they are 1 point shy of something, I don't round up. I don't give them anything. They earn what they earn. So they kind of know that about me, but I set the expectations in advance, and I think they love it. So I hope that I'm doing justice, because we are AACSB accredited. So I take that very seriously. Only the top 5% of business schools in the world have that accreditation. So we have to hold our students to a high standard, because these are the people that are going to be going out into the workplace. And so we want to give our businesses the highest caliber of a business student that you can get whenever you these are the people that are going to be running our businesses. So that's
But
our
I've known
future.
your family for a long time, and although they've all been fun-loving and very loving, they don't cut any slack because the real world out there doesn't cut you any slack.
You're right.
So I think you're doing a great justice by, if you make an 89, I don't know what the grading scale is now, Nicholls, but if you make an 89, it's not a 90.
Correct. It's
You make an 89. So it sort of teaches them, get on your A game.
Yes. And Gene Go and I don't know, he's one that won an award too. We did this video and we sent it out to our students. Do not email us to ask us for extra points because you won't get it. Just to make it fun, But we do. We hold them to a high standard, and they rise to the challenge. So that's what's cool about it is, you see students come in who can't give a presentation, and then at the end they're standing up and presenting in front of the class, and it's awesome to see that growth within a few months. So.
And your mom has no secret. It's funny. Every time somebody's around your mom when they're in a dinner setting or whatever, they're doing what I did earlier. They're fixing their time, making sure the placemats are straight. But what she did was much needed.
Very
because
much.
Job interviews, also, when people come in for job interviews over here, I think Joni and Darla actually bet on how long they're going to last in my office. Because, wow, I'm going like, where are they coming from? Who's teaching them this?
Right.
You're trying to teach them what to do.
Right. How to dress, how to be professional. We even have at Nicholls in the College of Business, we have a business closet. So we have brand new or gently used professional clothes that all of our students can go and get an outfit for free every semester.
Really?
Yeah. So if they've taken my class, they know about this stuff. So they
there's
shouldn't
no
be showing up to
excuse.
your interviews.
Yeah.
Now, not everybody has to take my class.
Right.
So that's the thing. So I
And
can't.
I'm not saying they all come from there because I'm just
Right.
saying in general.
Yes.
Here.
You see that.
So that's good advice. So yeah, show up, dress to impress,
Yes.
and have a resume,
Yes.
and have
We worked on
word-
resumes today. Today was
Yeah.
the first day of class, and we
have
started
the
with
words
resumes.
spelled correctly,
Yes.
and don't have the resume look like a text message with abbreviated text.
Right. And have a professional email address.
Right.
And make sure on your phone, whenever they call you, there's a voicemail that is professional and that they can leave a message. It's not all full. So we go through all of that. It's just things that, kids, young adults don't really know, or they forget, or, it's just people need to be reminded.
Yeah.
And we actually have the etiquette dinner coming up. I know I kind of mentioned that to you. It's October 3rd. Businesses are sponsoring tables. So we've already have a bunch of sponsors and we're very excited. I'm hoping to be able to offer a 4-course meal to our students. I'm hoping to offer 100 students for free. So far, I think I have enough for almost that. So businesses have donated money to be sponsors for our students to be able to go and learn from my mom about dining etiquette. Because a lot of times companies take you out to dinner for, an interview. And I want our students to know how to act and what fork to use. And
Well, I still do it to this day when there's a group of people eating. I hope I got this right from when she used to do it on HTV. If 6 people are not served, is it still 6?
if there's 6 at the table, yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
So I go, no,
You gotta wait.
wait.
You gotta wait.
And then also when they reach the quota, okay, you can
Okay,
eat.
now we can eat.
Yeah, so that's all important
Yeah,
stuff.
and it's stuff that people forget and
They
they don't
do.
know, you
So
know?
you got to have a refresher
Yes.
class, and your mom's going to do that.
Yes.
And I know you've learned a lot from your grandparents and your parents and your siblings and your aunts and everybody else. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Melanie has become Dr. Melanie, no longer answering phone calls
At HTV.
at HTV for
hurricanes.
phone call. You have
Where I got
won
my
the
start.
Presidential Award for Teaching Excellence. Amen. Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Well
I appreciate
deserved.
it. I appreciate it. I'm honored.
There you have it. All right, Dr. Melanie Boudreaux. God, they grow up, they aspire, and they become great people. We're glad she was on the set here and we're able to share this with you. We'll take a break and we'll be back with more right here on Bayou Time.
Today's social media segment is brought to you by South Louisiana Bank. It's better when we bank together. Waits and Downer, attorneys at law. Terrebonne Ford, built Ford tough.